こんにちは、ハリケーンフットボールです。今回の教材は、リバプールの遠藤航に関する動画です。リバプールは、EFL カップの3回戦でサウサンプトンに勝利した後、プレミアリーグの第6節で、鎌田大地擁するクリスタルパレスと対戦を予定しています。この試合に向け、チームコーピッシュの動画では、直近の試合の内容や、選手のパフォーマンス、そしてこの試合で出場できなくなったエキティケの影響もあり、ベンチに置くメンバーの話が広がったことから、遠藤航をベンチから外すべきか否かということを言い争っています。遠藤航だけでなく、リオ・エングモア、ジェイデン・ダンズ、フェデリコ・キエーザなどのベンチメンバーの使い方についても話していますが、実際にどのように話しているのか、チェックしてみましょ
う。Everyone automatically keeps on saying Chiesa will do up striker. Wouldn't it not actually be better to keep Chiesa as an option for the wing and actually have Jayden Danns be the striker and come on? He wasn't bad when he came on at all. He was actually very good when he came against Southampton.
Brother,
hear me out, guys. Just hear me out. Jayden Danns knows how to be a striker. He knows how to hold up the ball, and he's got good footwork. Against Crystal Palace's defense, which is an extremely physical defense, I do not like the idea of Chiesa playing against them, guys. I think he gets absolutely ragdolled by them three, whereas I don't actually think Danns will.
Don't ever disrespect Spaghetti Mafia like that. He will never get dragged.
Is the option for the left wing. Frimpong is the option for the right wing. CHIESA is the option up front. If you want to take Jayden Danns to Selhurst Park on Sunday, you can't take CHIESA because we don't have the room.
Yes, you can. You can take Chiesa and you can drop Rio out.
So Rio's just getting dropped for no fucking reason.
Why would it be for no reason? You're putting in a striker because Ekitike's not there, and you're using Chiesa as the left wing option.
Because what reason is there to drop Rio, who's been our backup left wing this year? I'm impressed every single time he played.
Because Chiesa's in better form. That's why. I'm not saying anything crazy here. Chiesa's actually in better form right now. He's more experienced.
But Jayden Danns isn't in better form.
We don't have any other striker, bro. This is not about Rio here. You know, I'm not dropping Rio because I think Rio's been rubbish or anything. I'm saying for the need of the squad, it would be better, in my opinion, to have an actual striker on the bench so that when Isak has to come off, we don't lose our shape. Because let's be real, guys. Every single game we played this season so far, when we've taken off Ekitike and we've not had a striker, things have fallen to pot. Because the shape goes immediately because there's no one up there to hold up the ball. There's no one who has the fundamentals of being a striker, and there's no one who knows how to do it properly. Going up with a regimented Crystal Palace defense with Guéhi, Richards, and Lacroix, who are all good, all have good turn of pace, all strong, all physically good, pretty much good in the air. Chiesa, in my opinion, gets gobbled up by those paws. Chiesa gets dealt with by those guys as a striker. So therefore, if you bring on Jayden Danns,
and that's why Gakpo will start.
No, I don't have an issue with Gakpo start, but I'm saying Isak's going to have to come off the pitch. I don't like the idea of Gakpo or Chiesa going up front. I think bring Jayden Danns with you, get Jayden Danns on the pitch, and keep the shape. I'd rather have Danns there, who's not as good a footballer as the others, but keeps the shape, which will allow the rest of the 10 other players on the pitch to do their jobs properly. Or shout out to
how long do you think
you could leave Endo and put Danns on the bench?
How long do you think Isak can play objectively? 60 minutes? Objectively?
60 at best.
Okay, do I trust Jayden Danns with no Premier League experience to play 30 minutes? No. Do I trust Chiesa? Yes. To at least give me 2 moments where he dribbles past 2 centre backs and does something.
All right, so this is where I get confused now. We can't trust Jayden Danns, but we could trust Rio. Going into the season, we could trust Rio. You see how that's confusing, guys?
Oh, no, but I'll tell you why it's not confusing. I'll tell you why it's not confusing, because Barcelona fans trust Lamine Yamal, but they don't trust Fermin Lopez.
Yeah, but that's Barca, bro. It's completely different analogies.
No, it's not. Rio's talent level is next level.
And it wasn't that long ago everyone was saying Jayden Danns is the next best thing as well.
I never said that.
A lot of Liverpool fans.
The only reason, okay, I'll be honest with you, the only reason people wanted them to start is because Nunes was starting. That's all. I'm being so honest right now with you.
No, I'm asking. Everyone's saying
it's just because we had Nunes up top. That's
I hear that. Everyone's saying we can't trust Danns in the league. but everyone was quick to say we can trust Rio before he'd kicked a ball in the league. How does that make sense, guys? When Jayden Danns is older and got more experience in football, and
Because Rio is more talented, I've answered you.
And Danns had scored goals in the first team for Liverpool.
So what? Rio's more talented. That's why we trust him more.
It's not that I don't trust Danns. It's just I don't think there's the space. I'm not getting rid of Rio because I think he's the bright spark every time he's off the bench, and he's very good at pinning opposition fullbacks back, which is, I think, what we might need to do if it's Munoz, because the one thing that Rio can do, which Gakpo can't do, is strike fear into a fullback with his dribbling. And CHIESA, again, I need to bring him because he can play on the right, he can play on the left, he can play up front. Do I wish we had the space on the bench to bring Jayden Danns? Yes. But I can't risk not bringing Endo because I need a closer in games. I can't risk not bringing Jones. I can't risk not bringing Frimpong. I can't risk not bringing Gomez. I can't risk not bringing Robertson. I can't risk not bringing a backup keeper. I don't have space for Jayden Danns.
Honestly, you either leave Rio out or you leave Endo out. This whole notion that Endo's this close, you have to bring Endo on to close out a game. I'm sorry, you don't. We can do it without Endo. We've done it in the past.
Actually, I do agree. For Crystal Palace specifically, keeping out Endo is fine because
Endo struggles against Palace.
He would get destroyed against the Palace.
He struggles against Palace when you ask him to be a fucking deep line playmaker.
He struggles against Palace anytime he plays against Palace, pretty much.
No, Endo against Palace just doesn't work.
He's played against Palace twice.
The problem is, who's the midfield options then?
Both times he has to be the fucking sole DM.
Got Jones and McAllister on the bench.
True. Then you can keep Endo at home.
We can't see the game out of Jones and McAllister, guys. Come on, guys, man. Come on.
I don't like the idea of leaving Endo.
I can't lie to you. As much as I dislike it, Tom Callum has actually made a good point.
I do not like the idea of leaving Endo out because it'll be the one game where we need him.
Why would it be the one game we need him?
It will be knowing our fucking luck. I look at Endo and I go, you have a use. So far this season, we've not had to use you for that purpose. We will do at some point. And his record, when he comes on, is pretty much fucking faultless. We do not fuck up games where Endo was on the pitch. I want to keep that same thing going. If we are 1-0, 2-0 up, 10 minutes to go, I've got one sub left, best believe Ricardo Endo was coming on the pitch.
I'd be fine with McAllister or Jones coming on, to be honest. They would just close out the game in a different way. They'd close out the game by being efficient on the ball, keeping the ball and making the right passes, rather than just trying to smash people. But I trust McAllister. I trust McAllister to take a tactical.
Who's to say the game states that way though? If we're under pressure, if Palace are trying to throw everything at us last 10 minutes to try and force the way back into the game, I do not want my midfielder doing fucking tippy tappy nonsense on the edge of the box. They are there to win ball back, clear up.
So you're telling me McAllister, World Cup winning McAllister, is going to come on and do tippy tappy on the edge of the box?
Wasn't necessarily aimed at McAllister, was more so aimed at Jones, even though I love him. But even then,
come on, be real. Like Jones is a lot of things. But one thing we can't accuse Jones of is not having footballing intelligence. Like, let's not do that. Jones ain't going to come on and try and do 360s on the edge of the box when we're losing, when we're winning a game with a couple of minutes to go. He's not.
No, Jones is definitely intelligent. We're not going to sit here and lie.
So yeah, like let's not do that. Like Endo's the only player we have in the squad that if we're winning a game by a goal, we can bring on. Jones and McAllister can see out a game. We've seen Jones come on and help us massively. I
don't like doing that away from home like that. I don't like. I'd much rather take Endo. That's me. That's how I see it. I'd much rather have Endo there.
All right, so let me ask you,
I know what Endo gives me.
60 minutes on the board. It's 1-1. Isak comes off. Who you bringing on?
Fede.
And you guys are good with Fede being the striker.
We can put in Mr. Cotton up top for the last 30 minutes.
Gakpo ain't going to work here. But come on, we've just spoken about Gakpo not developing according to Tom because he's been played up front. Let's be real, guys.
I've got no problem.
Not physical.
I've got no problem playing CHIESA up top.
How have we not got an issue playing CHIESA up top, guys? Is he physical?
I don't have an issue with that either.
Oh, gosh.
Because you know what it is, Cal? Do you know what it is? I like Jayden Danns, but do I do I feel if I'm given a situation, if I'm given a situation where we're chasing a goal against Crystal Palace, and I know.
But I do agree with no. But to be fair to Callum, Tom, we do have to say Endo is not needed in this game. If we got McAllister and Jones on the bench, we really don't need them.
You can feel that way. I've got no problem with you feeling that way. I don't like the idea of not bringing Endo to a game because I feel like the one game we don't do it, it'll be the situation where we're sitting there going, "Fuck, we could really do with Endo on the pitch right now." Because we know that he just.
I don't think I've ever said that the whole time he's been at Liverpool.
There's been plenty of times we were saying that last season. But my point is, if I've got to pick between CHIESA and Dan's, and I know we're going to be battering on the door, and there's going to be a chance that falls in the box, and I need someone that I trust to be in the right position at the right time, who I trust to finish it. As much as I like Jayden Dan's, I'm not going against Federico Chiesa in that moment.
No,
I'm
fair
calling
enough.
you Tom Teta in the chat.
Fair enough. But let's not act like Jayden Dan's isn't a very good finisher as well. We've seen him finish chances. We have actually seen it with our eyes.
We have, again, Cal, we've seen it. We've not seen it in the high pressure moments. We've not seen it in the environment that we could be put in. Again, we're doing all the hypotheticals.
We hadn't seen it with Rio before he scored against Newcastle.
Guys, I know we hadn't.
It's not making sense right now. It's double standards.
No, it's not though. Because the Rio thing
Rio had a good preseason. He had a very good preseason, actually, a brilliant preseason.
Mm-hmm.
But I said going into the season, I'd like us to get another winger because there's a lot of pressure to put on Rio. I got told he's fine. He can deal with the pressure. We don't need another winger. And this is based off a pre-season. But now I'm being told Jayden Dan's can't be trusted.
Again,
when Jayden Dan has played more games for Liverpool than Rio has. And we're talking about bringing him on as a striker. I'm not saying he takes Ekitike out of the team, you know. I'm saying he's there because Ekitike is not there. Surely that's got to make sense.
Again, the Rio situation, one, born out of necessity because we didn't have another left winger. Now, whether we wanted another one or not, that's personal opinion.
Sorry,
I was fine with it because I was impressed.
Did Jayden Dan's come on in the Carabao Cup final?
Yes,
that's pretty
Bobby
high
Clark.
Pressure, isn't it?
Where's Bobby Clark?
High pressure.
There was Cal in the nice possible way. Cal, there was absolutely zero fucking pressure on that Carabao Cup final.
And he almost scored a goal when he came off the bench.
What? So he didn't score a goal? Woo!
Oh, don't do this. This what like
if we want to play, Cal, if we want a point score, we can go back and forth point score. And my point is,
it's not
right now. I get what you're saying with Jayden Dan's, and it's not the world's worst idea. But I'm sitting here going, if the only way I'm bringing Jayden Dan's is I've got to sacrifice a Rio or an Endo, I don't feel comfortable doing that. I don't feel comfortable doing that because Endo has a use that I think is very important. Rio has a use that I think is very important because he is our left winger and we know how Arne Slot operates. So at the end of the day, if there was a magical way where it can happen, where I can have Dan's and keep everyone I want, that's fine. I am not against your idea. I don't like it, but I'm not saying it's the wrong idea. For me, though, if I have one sub left, I need to take Isak off, bring someone on to play up top. It's going to be Fede. It's not going to be Jayden Dan's.
Fair enough. Look, we'll agree to disagree. If you haven't already, people, smash that like button, subscribe, and let us know your thoughts.
次は解説です。今回は難しいボキャブラリーや表現もほとんどなかったですが、英語のアクセントと話すスピード、話し方のせいで、リスニングはかなり難しいものだったと思います。解説パートは少し少なめで簡単ですが、本日の解説をチェックしてみましょ
う。I think he gets absolutely ragdolled by them three.
ラグドールは、もともと布製の人形のことを指します。手足が柔らかく、動かすとふにゃふにゃしているのが特徴です。このイメージが転じて、日常会話やスポーツの場面では、簡単に吹き飛ばされるや、フィジカルで圧倒されることを言い、特にサッカーやアメフトなどの身体接触が多い競技で使われやすい表現です。相手に体当たりされて、なすすべもなく倒されるような場面を想像すると、まさに、ラグドールのように扱われる感じです。友達同士の会話でも、あいつ、ラグドールみたいにやられてたよ、というように使われる、リアルで臨場感のある表現です。
I think he gets absolutely ragdolled by them three. I think he gets absolutely ragdolled by them three. Going up in a regimented Crystal Palace defense.
レジメンテッドは、もともと軍隊のようなや連隊のという意味の単語から派生しています。日常的には、厳格に管理されたや、ルールに縛られたというネガティブなニュアンスで使われることが多いです。例えば、学校や会社のように決まった時間に行動しなければならない環境や、自由に意見を言えないような場所を形容するのに使います。自由がなくて堅苦しい感じを表したいときにぴったりの単語です。柔軟さを好むライフスタイルと対比して使うと効果的です。
Going up in a regimented Crystal Palace defense. Going up in a regimented Crystal Palace defense. CHIESA, in my opinion, gets gobbled up by those paws.
ガブルアップは、もともとガツガツ食べるや、むさぼり食べるという意味の口語表現です。そこから転じて、スポーツやビジネスの場面では、相手を圧倒するや、すべてを吸収するといった支配的な状況を表すのに使われます。例えば、守備が攻撃をガブルアップするというときは、完全に飲み込むように抑え込むイメージです。ビジネスでも、大企業が中小企業をガブルアップすると、吸収合併を意味します。軽い表現ながら、非常に力強いニュアンスを持つ言い回しです。
CHIESA, in my opinion, gets gobbled up by those paws. CHIESA, in my opinion, gets gobbled up by those paws.
Doing fucking tippy-tappy nonsense on the edge of the box.
ティピタピは、特にサッカーにおいて、細かいパスを多用するスタイルを揶揄して使われる表現です。元はスペイン代表やバルセロナのティキタカスタイルに関連していますが、見た目だけ華やかで、実際には得点に結びつかないとして皮肉られる場面でよく登場します。ネイティブの解説者やファンが、試合中にティピタピフットボールと言ったら、それは退屈で成果の出ないプレースタイルへの不満を表していることが多いです。テンポはあるがゴールが生まれない、そんなサッカーを批判したいときにぴったりな言葉です。
Doing fucking tippy-tappy nonsense on the edge of the box. Doing fucking tippy-tappy nonsense on the edge of the box.
いかがでしたか？個人的には、遠藤航がベンチ外にされる可能性も十分にあり得ると心配していましたが、リバプールファンの間でも、この動画だけでなく、怪我人が戻ってくる中で、ベンチから溢れる可能性のある選手には、遠藤の名前が挙げられているのは、少なくないと感じます。エバートン戦が、遠藤をクローザーとして投入するにはベストな展開だったと思いますが、結果的に遠藤航の出番はなく、遠藤を出さずに、試合を終わらせられるとスロットは考えているのではないかとも感じます。シーズン始まったばかりでまだまだこれからですが、こういう議論はこれからもさらにされると思いますので、出番が来れば、また遠藤らしいプレーだったと言わしめるようなパフォーマンスを期待したいと思います。本日もご視聴いただきありがとうございました。またすぐにお会いしましょう。